Well, it's a good thing I could still stand, and I learned enough endurance and strength from you, Dad. If there's one thing you taught me is to never give up in life and fighting, self-defense, or whatever.
That's right.
You don't, it's either you go to the emergency room or the other guy does. Which is it gonna be? That's what you always taught me. Once you get going, you don't stop. Isn't that correct?
You think he should stop now?
Are you at peace? Yes.
Yes. Always glad to hear somebody's at peace.
I'm glad you're at peace too, Dad. You probably had a lot to deal with in your life before you even met my mom.
Well, I think he's at peace now because he communicated with you.
Yeah. I think you would be more at peace if you could communicate with Isaiah and Jonas somehow too.
Well, now that you
hope
know
so.
he's aware that
Is that what he just
you're
said?
aware, he's aware,
I thought so.
you can be a medium for them.
Did he have a deep voice?
Yes, he did. A very deep but very caring, strong voice.
Because that's a voice I keep hearing, is a deep voice.
It wasn't like super deep, but it was like a mix between like a gentle and a deep. Like he had a way of like, you know, communicating with people and connecting with people who had a good heart and with those who had ill intentions. He had a way of commanding respect for them, if not by words, then by fists, but he never went so far as to actually try to hurt the other person, if it ever came down to it. He never started anything, he only defended himself, and usually afterwards people respected him because he could stand up on his own.
Is all this true that Nathaniel's saying about you? No.
No.
No,
Is he honoring you?
modest?
I think he's honoring you with a lot of honor. Are you alone in this room? Are there other people in here?
No. My hands are up here. 1-2 again.
I'm only telling people what I remember of how people described you, Dad.
He seems to be very proud of you. Are you proud of him? Can you light that up if you're proud of him? Do you just like talking to him and not to us?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sorry.
I think you said he's my
Sorry,
kid.
Dad.
I think you said he's my kid.
These people in this room would have loved you if they met you, Dad. Almost anyone who's ever met you has always warmed up to you.
If you're anything like Nathaniel is, he probably would like you.
When you remember how a long time ago, Dad, you used to install carpets on the Cape? You were like one of the best around before all those big corporate businesses came down here and took over. Anyone you ever did carpet for, whether you installed it, tore up old carpet or anything, they really appreciated it. You were a handyman, you were a craftsman. What you did with good skill and pride. You weren't all about money, you weren't all
Right.
about business, you were all about, you know, doing a good job for someone. Que Pasa Carpets, that was the name of your business, you remember? I still have one of those hats you used to wear all those time, those fisherman hats. You used to wear those all the time. That was like one of your trademarks.
Yeah.
What did it say?
I said Olive Garden.
Something. Said olive, something.
Did
It
he
sounded
like Olive Garden?
I can't imagine him eating there much. I mean, but he probably loved food of that sort. Good cooking and good food.
All men love good cooking and good food, don't they? Wait, the man's
Yeah,
hot.
yeah. Especially growing up in Puerto Rico, Grandma must have had you eat rice and beans every day. Otherwise, you wouldn't be so strong.
Did you like rice? I did.
Yeah, He used to love rice. He
I
used to
have a
love
son
huevos.
that loves rice.
He used to love huevos, which is what he called eggs.
Yep.
And he also liked frozen grapes. Frozen grapes was one of his favorite
Frozen
things.
grapes?
Yeah, put grapes in the freezer. They freeze right out. They're a great summer treat. And they last longer in the fridge too.
Really?
In the freezer?
In the freezer, yeah. Put a bag of grapes right in the freezer and then freeze them solid. They're great during the summer and they're great anytime because they last longer. That's what my dad used to eat. Yeah, a lot of people did that, but my dad always used to joke and said he was the one that invented that concept.
I've never heard of it. Did you invent putting grapes in the freezer?
Yeah, did you invent them?
If you did, light up that light for me. What?
And you loved music. You loved Al Green.
Did he have a Spanish accent?
That's what it sounded like right there.
A little bit, yeah. He used to teach me a little He used to teach me.
Okay,
He used to teach me a little Spanish when I was little.
because,
Oh, yeah.
You used to listen to music like Al Green, James Brown.
Oh, I love
yeah.
James Brown.
I love Al Green.
You
Look
loved
at
all
his
those
pink shorts.
You loved all those old timers, and especially comedy. Like Richard Pryor was one of your favorites. He's one of mine too.
Yep, he's one of my favorites. I saw Al Green and he was wearing pink shorts. That was not accepted in the 70s, was it?
No.
Oh, it was like,
You grew up in some interesting times, Dad.
Yeah.
I wish I got to know more of how you were growing up.
Because the times now suck.
Damn right they do.
There's no more family life. There's so many computers and cell phones and TV games.
I know. People
know your
people
neighbors.
people at the table like basically ask their family members to pass the salt by texting nowadays.
yes.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Hey, not me. I'm not allowed to have my cell phone at meal times.
They don't live in the present, they live in the past and the future. Where they're gonna be or where they've been. Not what they're doing.
I was in the backyard this morning. My son called me. He was upstairs in his bedroom and he called me on the cell phone. I said, "You want to talk to me? You get your ass down here."
You're definitely one of those dying breeds, Dad. I sometimes feel that way too in this crazy world. I feel like I have so much of you in me, I can't even relate to most people in this modern society. You're definitely unique. If there were more people like you in the world, Dad, the world would be so completely different.
It would. Can you light that gray box for us?